boys and girls. So yesterday, remember we talked about what? Story sequence, and we also talked about story elements. So today, we're gonna focus on one area. We're only gonna focus on our story sequence. Who can tell me what am I asking you when I'm talking about story sequence?
The way the story went.
Good job. The way the story went, how the events in the story happen, how they happen from the beginning, the middle, and the end, or how they happen first, next, then, and last. Now I'm going to introduce you to something that we call temporal words. And temporal words are words like first, next, then, and last. And we're going to use those words, we're going to use those temporal words to talk about sequence of events that happen in the story. So let's go back, put your mind on, turn your button on, boop, boop, boop. Let's go back and let's see if we can remember what story will we be talking about. Thundercake. Good job. We'll be talking about Thundercake. And who can tell me what they remember? What happened in Thundercake?
The girl was scared of the thunder.
The girl was scared of the thunder. Good. And she was scared of the thunder, so she did what? She hid where?
Under the bed.
She hid under her bed. So she was scared of the thunder and she hid under the bed. What happened after that?
Her grandma told her to get off and up under the bed.
Grandmother told her to come from under the bed. She said, child, come from under that bed. It's just a thunderstorm. And if you don't come from under that bed, we won't be able to make Thundercake. So that in turn got the granddaughter, it took her mind off of the storm. What were some of the strategies that grandma used to help her?
She made her count.
Good job. She told her to count. Every time she saw the flash of lightning, she was supposed to count. And whatever number she counted to, that let her know how many miles the storm was away. So we're going to go in sequence and we're going to count. We're going to start at 10 and we're going to count down to 1. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We just counted in sequential order going backwards, okay? So we went from 10 to 9. Now, from 10 to 1. Miss Moore mistake from 10 to 1. See, sometimes we all make mistakes, and it's okay to just correct ourselves and keep moving so we can keep learning. All right, so now we're going to count from 1 to 10. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We counted again in order from 1 to 10. Now, I have a sheet for you guys. I made this nice little sheet. It's it's called a graphic organizer, but it's also called sequence of events. So our sequence of events is the title of our graphic organizer. And we're going to use this graphic organizer to tell what happened first, next, then, and last. And these are our what words again? I told you when we first started, our temporal words. Good job. And these words lets us know what happened and when did it happen. So let's do a quick exercise. Last night I went to the store. What was my temporal word or my temporal phrase? Last night. Good job, because it tells you what? When I went to the store. All right, let's see. Let's use another one. Yesterday we had pizza for lunch. What was my temporal word? Yesterday. Because it tells us what? When we had our pizza. And then I also said we had it for lunch. All right, so I think you guys got it. What we're going to do now is I want you to take your pencils out, take out your text collection, and turn to Thundercake. I'm going to give you 10 seconds. I'm going to count from 10 to 1. When I get to 1, everybody should have their books open to Thundercake and their pencils in their book. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, good job. Now, pick up your pencil, and Ms. Moore is going to demonstrate for you, before you get started, how we're going to fill in our sheet. First, next, then, and last. Let Ms. Moore grab her pencil. Borrow one off the table. I'm going to put my name, Ms. Moore. Now, sequence of events. In my box, this is sort of like a caption, because it's going to tell me exactly what's going on. Characters' actions can contribute to the sequence of events in a story. When a character acts, the action is likely to have an impact on the events in the story. So that's telling us that characters do things in a sequence of events, and those characters and their actions have an impact on the events that take place in the story. So what happened first? We're going to talk about what happened first. So we just going to underline first. Now, what happened first in the story? Who can tell me? All right, back here, Jamari, tell me. All right, so we know that granddaughter, and you're going to write it, you're going to use your book so that you are getting text evidence. Granddaughter was afraid of the storm, and she did what? Hid under the bed. Under the bed. All right, everybody write that in your first box. Now, if you've already gone ahead of me and you've already put something in your first box, it's fine. And those of you that need the extra support, you can use your book, your text, to get your evidence. Because we know that we get all of our evidence from our text. So we know the first thing was granddaughter was afraid of the storm and she hid under the bed. Now, let's think about what happened next. What happened next? She was scared. She hid under the bed. Scared of the thunderstorms. What happened next? Let's think for a minute. I'm going to count you down from 20 to 1 this time. And once I get to 1, I want you to write what happened next in your box that says next, okay? Everybody ready? Pencils up. Let's count. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. If you need to sharpen your pencil at this time, raise your hand. All right, you two may go sharpen your pencil. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, gentlemen at the pencil sharpener, I'm going to count you down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Your pencil broke. Grab a pencil out the pencil cup on the desk. There you go. 5, 4. Does it have an eraser? All right. 3, 2, 1. All right. So you've had time to think. We've even had an extra 10 seconds so we can let our friends sharpen their pencils because we all want to kind of start together. You had time to think. You thought about what happened first. You know what happened first because we did it together. You know that the granddaughter was afraid of the storm and she hid under the bed. Now I need you to tell me what happened next, then what happened, and then what happened last. What happened at the very end? What happened last? All right? So I'm going to set a timer. I'm going to cut on our little working music and we're going to work. Let's say we'll set a timer for 30 minutes. And if we're not done in 30 minutes, we'll check and I may give you guys more time. Are you cool with that? Everybody ready to get started? Give me a thumbs up. All right, let's get to work. I'm going to set my timer. I'm going to leave my sheet up here and I'm going to set my timer. I'm going to start it. Make sure everybody ready. I'm going to start my timer. Go ahead and begin.